Hey ghouls, I'm your host Chantel Dutel, and if this is your first time here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Before we get started, I want to invite you, if you like content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you'll know when I upload new videos. This video, it's spooky season. We know that 2022 marks the return of Monster High, so I'm getting really excited and I'm thinking to myself, who do I want to see in the return? I'm keeping it to 5 because a top 5 makes you be really cutthroat and assertive and a decision maker. Because I could have top 20, top 30 on here. But let's get started. I want to preface this by saying I am not really including any of the ghouls that I think will be in the return for sure. So if it's a character that has been in most all the shorts, all the movies, I'm pretty much sure that they're going to be in the return. So let's get started. First up is Invisibility. If you notice, Invisibility looks a little different in the middle. That was his original character design, and I don't know why they changed it. I would love if anyone else knows who's watching and listening out there, if you can go ahead and share that knowledge. I greatly appreciate it. But I really wish that they would have kept him to how he looked. He very much gives me, I am from California originally, so he very much gives me California boy. So, and I just love the ease, the effortlessness, and that he's a jokester and a prankster and likes to have fun. I think it's cool that he's with Scara. I know that, is he someone, I can't remember if he was someone that people like to ship with another character. I can't remember, so I'm not going to speak on that. But also with the doll, I was like, okay, he's cool. I think since I like the character and the color, I love the color story. I love a blue moment. So I hope to see him in the return and get a little bit more information and character development on Invisibility. Next up is Isidaan Dancer. I love deers. I don't know if you've seen on TikTok people. I don't think it's safe because deers will then become trusting of humans, but there's people that feed them and like they literally wake up to a tribe of deer in their backyard. That is just like heaven on earth to me. I know people tell me like, oh, you think that's cute, but if you have a garden or whatever, they're going to eat it up. But with Isidaan Dancer, I also want to say I hope that if they do bring her back, they bring in people from the native culture to properly design her in a way that, because I wasn't aware of it, but someone pointed out when I made my previous video and I had commented that, oh, she's native representation. They said that some people actually do not find that to be the representation that they're looking for. So I would hope that Mattel could fix that because I do think she's an awesome character and she could bring a lot to the Monster High universe. And I just love her hair. Funny story is this crop of dolls when they came out, if you've tried to look for Isidaan Dancer now in the secondary market, she's very expensive, but she was clearanced out. My partner's niece was visiting for the summer and because she's a Monster High fan as well, of course, and we were in Target rummaging through the clearance and I just could not believe all the Monster High dolls that were like $8.99, $9.99. So I found one lone Isidaan Dancer and I got it for her. And then when I open it up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want her. I wish I had another one. But moving right along, Miss Honey Swamp. I love a purple and pink moment. You're probably like, how many colors do you like? I love blue. I love pink, green, purple. And I love curly hair. I'm naturally curly myself, and her character design is just perfection. Like if I was going to do a look from Monster High, I would really love to do something like this. Freak du Chic is one of, if not my favorite, of the Monster High dolls. So I'm very thankful that she was part of that lineup as well. And I just think it would be fun for her to bring her little Louisiana charm and little sayings and stuff, and be a permanent fixture in Monster High. Next up is Kieran Valentine. I'm all about, can we get more male presenting characters or characters like him? And I always thought he was kind of cute. He reminded me of like a Johnny Depp or something. I used to love Johnny Depp, like Crybaby era. Yes, yes, please. But with Kieran Valentine, Garrett Sander, one of the creators of Monster High, put out this post on Instagram for National Coming Out Day, and I'll just read some of it to you. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But he says, "My one wish is that we could have had at least one official LGBTQ plus character in Monster High. In case you didn't know, Valentine was supposed to be that character. His diary was going to reveal that because he was afraid to love monsters of the same gender as his heart desired, he had to siphon love as seen in Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love. And as a love vampire, he would have found that loving himself as he would have kept his hunger satisfied." So I just think that this is really cool. As you know, in his diary, it says that he, was like in a trance for Spellden. He got those butterfly feelings. Ugh. I want to see this moment. Kieran was a Comic-Con exclusive, so unfortunately I don't have his doll, but I love that set as well. Another one very pricey on the secondary market, but I hope that if he, is in the return, that we could get a doll for him. And you know what, to me, I'm like, is he the Invisibility doll? Because they have the same face to me, just different skin tone. So fingers crossed. And we need that representation. Now is the time. Come on. I mean, it should have been the time back then, Love is love. So next up, this one is a little different. It's not necessarily a character, but I feel like this is just such a missed opportunity. The Lundum Ghouls. Like, I want to see this movie. I love Katrine. I love Elizabeth. Viperine, she's cute. She can be part of the trio. But I feel like I have so many stories in my head of the fun adventures that they could have. And especially with Cruella coming out earlier this year, set in that same time period. Yes. I mean, just the type of music that you can have for the soundtrack. They said that they're going to create like a live action Monster High movie musical. And I'm thinking it would be along the lines of like what Disney does with like Zombies or, what's the other one? Descendants. But I'm like, how cool would this? It could have like that music from that era, kind of be like a teen beach movie, but in London or whatever. So yes, I would be so happy if that came true. I highly doubt it. I would love, honestly, for Monster High to start, like building the universe, and they could be in college, because not everything has to be set in high school. But that's the end of my top 5. I would love if you would go ahead and share who you love to see in the return of Monster High. And if you want to, put the main ones in your top 5, that's fine as well. I would love to see who you choose. And I also want to encourage you, if you're on TikTok, go ahead and give me a follow over there. I try and post different content, still theme related, and just so I'm not giving you the same stuff on different platforms. Well, guys, we made it to the end. Or ghouls, I should say ghouls. We made it to the end. I want to thank you for joining me, and I'm going to end this video like I end all of them. When you paint with all the colors of the rainbow. And as always, have fun doing it. And most of all, be yourself. All right, stay safe, and until next time, I'll see you in the next one.